Hello there, everybody. And today, for Batman the Animated Series, I am reviewing a very special episode of the show, Beware the Gray Ghost. So, we learn about who Batman's favorite idol ever since he was a little boy, that being the Gray Ghost, voiced by the legendary Adam West, who played Batman in the 60s show, who basically has a sort of reunion with the Batman, like lore, playing the Gray Ghost, and I think it's a perfect choice. From an older Batman meeting the current Batman at the time in the 90s, but it's basically about a series of crimes that are similar to what Bruce saw as a kid in The Gray Ghost, but he tries to track down a copy of his show, but because the show is so obscure, he is unable to find it at DVD stores. He's unable to track it down and figure out the blueprints. But this is where he does meet Simon Trent, who was the actor who played the Gray Ghost, and Bruce was able to track him down through an old actor's book. But apparently, Simon Trent's not really living a good life right now. He isn't getting many acting roles. He's getting denied a bunch of times. But he's also got rent to pay, and he's not paying it off. But this is where Batman finds him, and the two meet up. But Mr. Trent, of course, refuses at first to help Batman out until he finally gives in and gives him an old copy of an episode that Batman was referring to. And we even see a scene where Bruce is watching it with a little old movie projector when it used to be back in the day. But he's able to find various what it could be causing the explosions to happen for various crimes. But this is where the Gray Ghost does show up, finally, in costume. Then he decides to help Batman out a little. But this is where they're encountered by a group of toy cars, and they get ambushed. But with their team up, they're able to get away from the toy cars and destroy them. But there's still more out there, and they don't know who's controlling them. But this is where Batman takes him to the Batcave, and they're able to find some evidence and trying to figure out the fingerprints of the toy car, the one they destroyed. But before that, Batman even shows Mr. Trent a wall of figurines and other memorabilia of the Gray Ghost. We even see a poster that looks similar to the logo at the end credits of the animated series. But this is probably my favorite line in the whole episode, where Batman says, "The Gray Ghost is my hero. I used to watch you with my father." But this is interrupted when Batman finds the DNA, and it belongs to Mr. Trent. But Batman suspects that it is him who's behind this whole scheme. But the Gray Ghost defends himself, saying it wasn't him. He ended up selling his toys. So this is where he figures out that he sold his old toys of the cars he fought in the TV show. They went to a kid named Mad Bomber, who looks an awful lot like Bruce Timm. He's even voiced by him, who's apparently committing these various attacks. He's the true person behind this whole ordeal. And this is where Batman and the Gray Ghost are able to finally put a stop to him when they find his lab. And once they do take him down, the toys end up destroying the building. And he is devastated, saying, "All my toys gone!" But he is arrested. And the Gray Ghost has found his footing, where his stuff is now getting sold and autographed by Simon Trent. And Bruce finally meets up with him, meeting his idol, even though he did earlier. And he ends up signing his copy of the Gray Ghost. And Batman even tells him, "I used to watch you with my father. You were my hero." And then Adam West says, "Really?" But then the episode ends. So this was a really good episode. It's like a love letter to Adam West playing Batman in a way. I love Kevin Conroy's and Adam West's his partnership throughout this whole episode, since Adam West did play Batman. So that's what really works about this episode. I even like the flashbacks of Bruce as a kid. This is what drove him to be Batman. Even the Grey Ghost recognizes the Batcave looking like the Grey Ghost lair. So this is what led Batman to become Batman, because he felt inspired by the Grey Ghost. So this episode's easily a 10 out of 10. Even the toy cars even look like the Batmobile. They even made like a Grey Ghost toy. But what do you think of the Grey Ghost? I don't know what the next episode is, but I hope you enjoyed this review. So with that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.